Hey everybody. Hey everybody, Chief Meteorologist Brad Patovich here. Let's get right to the details. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we are going to have a medium risk of severe storms. It's a day I want you to stay weather aware. Now there's likely going to be several waves of storms, one likely sometime Wednesday evening, Wednesday night. The timing could be anywhere as soon as 4, but as late as 9 p.m. And then we'll see another wave of storms early Thursday morning, primarily only in the morning though, and the afternoon will be better. You can see that outlook there. We break down tomorrow's risks. We got a nice little quad box here. I think they'll help you out a little bit. I'm going to move my head so it's a little bit easier to see. So if you look carefully, there's the overall outlook. The damaging wind outlook is behind my head. That's a 15% chance. Tornado risk, it's not zero, but it's not very high either. But I'm going to show you the one scenario where we could see that go up. But primarily our biggest issue is going to be wind and hail. You see the 15% chance of wind and hail tomorrow. That is really going to be the biggest issue across the areas. So when we look at our weather aware chart here to kind of get you ready for tomorrow, you can see our biggest risk is going to be damaging straight line winds followed by hail, flooding, and then lastly tornadoes. So I'm going to go right to the Futurecast. We'll do the short range rapid refresh guidance. It's going to be the best. So move my head out of the way here. I'm going to move my head just down here for a second so folks in Raleigh can see it. So we'll go through tomorrow morning. Could wake up to a few showers. You see a couple around in the morning, probably nothing too heavy. Sun comes out tomorrow for a while in the middle of the day. That's going to really set the stage for some pretty strong storms right about here. They start developing around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. And these are going to have to watch. These are the ones that have me nervous for tornadoes and large hail, because these could be supercells, this setup here. So this timeline, the early wave around 4, 5, 6 o'clock, that potentially could be the one that has the biggest tornado and hail risk, because when you look at them, they're individual cells. We call them discrete cells. It just means there's thunderstorms by themselves. They're not in a line. They're not in a large cluster. When storms are by themselves, they tend to have rotating updrafts, and they tend to be the strongest, most severe storms. Doesn't mean you can't get bad weather with bigger areas of rain, but this is kind of primarily our hail and tornado producers. That moves through fairly quickly, and I'll show you something that's going to reiterate that in a second. Then a lull after 9 o'clock, overnight into the early morning hours, we see another surge. Now this one is more of a straight line wind, heavy rain setup early Thursday morning. So that's why we could see some strong storms even in the wee hours of Thursday morning. That moves through, and then it looks like a third wave tries to come through around 9 a.m. That's the one that finally clears out, and then the rest of the day doesn't look bad at all. In fact, there might be some clouds or sprinkles around, but the weather's kind of done after that. In fact, the rest of Thursday looks really good. So why are we somewhat concerned about that setup there as we go into tomorrow afternoon? I'm going to show you the rotational tracks for tomorrow. We'll go in through tonight, and I'm going to stop this tomorrow afternoon. So remember that cluster that was heading down around 4, 5, 6 o'clock? Look at some of those rotational tracks. You know, I show these quite a bit around here, and I often say, yeah, they don't look too bad. They're not over, something to keep, something to get too caught up in. That's pretty strong rotation showing up. Some of the strongest I've seen in a while. So the fact that we're seeing such strong rotation, now again, guidance, numerical modeling, everything we do, we don't know that's going to be right there. That's probably not going to happen. But we got a general idea somewhere in this vicinity, we could have 1 or 2 of these storms with rotating tracks. Is it going to be right over Charlotte? Probably not. It's just going to be somewhere over the Piedmont. You got to remember, we can't be that precise. Precision and accuracy aren't the same thing. Being this precise means we're going to be wrong. So in general, when you see forecasts like this, you got to say, okay, somewhere in this area, we're going to see potentially some rotating. There could be down here, could be here, could be here, could be here, could be here. The fact that they're just in that vicinity is what we're watching. So that's something to watch very carefully. That would be a sign that the tornado risk would go up and the large hail risk would go up, because once that moves through, you can see there's not much of anything with these other storms. These are kind of more typical. So that's why that's something to keep a close eye on. So again, let's go back and reiterate this. If we're going to see tornadic storms with large hail, it's these supercells right here. So I really think 2, 3, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, that is a time frame to stay weather aware. So please make sure you have 3 ways to get alerts. 3 ways, including the WCNC app. Wireless emergency alerts built into your phone already. Watch us online or streaming, or on air, or satellite, or cable if you still have that. Social media, make sure you follow me everywhere, and make sure you tell all your friends to follow me. I don't care if they want to follow me all the time. It's just another source to get warnings. I will be posting all warnings for our viewing area on my social media. I have it set up. No weather radio if you have it set the alarm. And again, people that just do not pay attention, we all have family members like that, call or text them when severe weather is likely. So I'll have an update tonight at 11. I will post a vlog tomorrow morning. We'll have you covered here on WCNC, but please stay weather aware on Wednesday into Wednesday night and early on Thursday.